Good morning, my good people. This your boy Rick, man, NLIB Media, man. Finally back, man. Had a lot going on and stuff in life, but I'm back because I hope everybody got to catch the finals game last night. It was a good game. It was the game everybody was talking about. It was game 3. Um, the Pacers had the Pacers had took over home court advantage because they stole one in OKC. Because the first 2 games was in OKC. OKC got one. It was 1-1. And it was like this the turning point game. Well, Pacers came home and the Pacers showed up in a real big way. So I just kind of want to run through this game, and I kind of want y'all to also tell me how y'all feel in the comments. Is this the turning point game of the series? Obviously, I saw some little stat like when a team goes up 2-1, they got an 80% chance of winning the NBA Finals, which is one of those stats that I don't really pay attention to because it's like if you took like a stats class or something, like each game you win, you get a higher percentage of winning the series, right? So like if it was like game 5, right, and you won game 5 and you're up uh whatever 3-2 going into game 6, your percentage chance is higher of winning than losing because you have more wins than losses. Either way, y'all don't worry about all that. But either way, long story short, man, I just kind of want to run through this game because the Pacers, as y'all know, I've been kind of talking about hitting that for a while now. That I kind of like them in the series. And a lot of the reasons why I like the Pacers showed up last night. So let's just go through it. So I'm gonna pull up the box score real quick just to kind of run through that. Because the box score a lot of times can look either better or worse than what the actual game I watched last night looked like. But let's just see. So Jalen Williams was 7 for 11 from the free throw line. He had 26 points. He had the most points on the Thunder. Chet played a real bad game. He was just falling and tumbling over. Miles Turner started to put a low body on him. Shea 9 for 20. Didn't get to the free throw line as much as he did in previous games, but he still had 24 points. He still put up his same amount of shots that he normally put up. So that was pretty normal. Lou Dort, 4 for 5 from 3, but don't overreact to that, y'all. That's just if you didn't see the game, it's like Lou Dort be shooting wide open threes. It's like sometimes the Pacers just be like, that's Lou Dort, man. We ain't even tripping, bro. You if you want to shoot, go ahead, dog. We ain't even gonna follow you up. The bench, they did not play well. The main bench people are Wiggins, Caruso, and Hartenstein. Hartenstein, I don't know why they keep taking him out the starting lineup. I don't know what the Thunder is trying to do with that, but it is what it is. Caruso is really in there for defense. He normally D's up. His plus minus was negative for the first game, I think. For the first game of the series, he was negative in his plus minus. He's normally plus, but that kind of happens when you just lose. And then Aaron Wiggins, we all know role players play better at home. They were in a hostile crowd, in the finals. You got to get used to that. In those kind of games, your stars got to carry you to victories. Let's go to the Pacers. Pascal, 21 points, which is kind of right where he's normally at. He's around 20 points all the time. That's kind of just the kind of play he is. Nembhard and Nesmith, they kind of just did what they normally do. Like, you might get a barrage from them every now and again, but they're just kind of, decent regular players. And I want to bring them up on defense in a second because they actually played a lot better defense that you can't see on the box score. Obi Toppin, his 3 was not falling, but he was definitely crashing the glass in important moments. So that worked out for him. TJ McConnell got some real big steals, like some inbound steals that turned into points. Those were momentum shifters. And then you have Benedict Mathurin, who was just attacking. He was attacking the rim, man, like he had an issue, man. And that's the way I like to see him play because I'm a big Benedict Mathurin fan. With that being said, the Pacers kind of came out and did everything that I thought they needed to do to win the game. One, they started pressuring SGA full court. Like as soon as he got the ball, if somebody was aware, they was picking him up. Second, and most importantly, they were fighting over the top of screens, which I thought helped their defense in a bunch of different kind of ways. Because when SGA, his favorite shot is a midi jumper, and sometimes he likes to pull a little hezzy and get to it. But when they fighting over the screens, now they kind of playing a trail defense a little bit, and then and Miles Turner's kind of showing. So it's like, all right, he steps in and he shows, and so that kind of just changed everything. And now, Shea was kind of depending on shooters to make shots. And as you can see, like, Chad, people like that didn't shoot the ball well whatsoever. And then the main thing is that, Halliburton put up, Halliburton shot 17 times, which everybody was talking about. I was never necessarily worried about Halliburton at all. He's one of those players that he just kind of feeling the game. I knew he was gonna have, a decent game. He's the series ain't over. He's probably gonna have one big game too, because that's just kind of how he plays. Like, once they were able to get some turnovers on defense, right, and they got some stops on defense, then it kind of just helped their offense. He hit a couple of floaters early that boosted up his confidence, so he could shoot that little jumper that he be shooting. That weird looking jump shot he got. But the floaters gave him confidence, so he started hitting it. And so now the main question is this the turning point of the series? Is this the game we're all going to look at and say, hey, this is the game why the Pacers won the series, or this is the game why OKC lost the series? Is this the reason? I don't think the series is over. I can see it going 7 because OKC, they're definitely going to win when they go back home one way or another. They need to win the next game. If they don't win game 4, it's going to be tough for them, regardless of how you slice it. But a lot of people are going to bring up game 1, how the Pacers made that comeback, and that's important. I think that comeback is what gave them the confidence to say we can beat this team, regardless of how every ESPN person is talking about, is Halliburton a superstar? Well, this is like, that don't matter. Like, a lot of times, man, a lot of these older analysts still think basketball works in a way that I don't think it works anymore. Where, hey, I got the best player in the series, so I should just win the series, or my guy scores 30 points a game, so he's a superstar. And it's like, that's not all basketball is. Like, we've seen players come and go that do other things, and also, like, like it's certain teams are built a certain way. Like, we saw Boston last year, they were built a certain way, right? I thought the best player, you could argue the best 2 players was on the Mavericks, right? But Boston was built a certain way. They were built to play a certain kind of defense. They were built for others to score when the stars weren't scoring. And so those kind of teams are definitely like winning championship games. Like, even when you want to look at a team like the Nuggets, right, with Jokic, right? Most people look at Jokic as the best player in the NBA, right? Well, the only year they won is when Jamal Murray was playing like a maniac as well. Jamal Murray had a lot of big games. Then they got to the finals, and the Heat was just overmatched. They were an overmatched team, which they tend to be every time they get to the finals, because that happened with them and the Lakers too. But it's just, they play so hard-nosed that works all the way until you get to the finals, and then you just play a superior team. But that's a bit of a side note. But yeah, either way, man. Yeah, I think this series is now getting good. I can't wait to watch all these shows today just to see what everybody has to say, because I know everybody was predicting the Thunder were going to win. The Thunder were going to win, and they were going to win because of this and all that reason, this reason. And the Pacers are just not that team. They play a brand of basketball that you can't really put pen to paper to say win or lose. It doesn't work like that for them. So either way, man, that's my thoughts, man. This your boy Rick. This LIB Media, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. I know it's been a little while, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get back on it and start getting these videos out to everybody. I appreciate everybody, all the love and support, man, and y'all, everybody stay up and stay blessed. I'm out of here.